Mela creates an environment where we encounter so many special people. And when you met the Bide family, Zaki, it struck me how they all shared a passion for martial arts and not just the males.
I think its appeal for women may have something to do with the way that technique and mental focus can overcome brute strength. I really felt that I was in the zone when I tried it, and that the South African martial arts fraternity has some formidable women in its ranks, like third-degree black belt Keshree Chetty.
Keshree began martial arts training in 2003 simply as a hobby with some fitness thrown in. It was an interest she shared with her husband. Within weeks, she was hooked. Since then, she has had 2 children, yet still found the time to become the highest-ranking South African woman in this fighting style.
Today, women are described as soft and graceful, as well as independent, strong and resilient. We take on many roles and manage to fulfill each and every one of them to balance our lives. Today, I'm meeting up with Keshree Chetty, who's a mum, wife, friend, and she also happens to be the highest-ranked female in a particular style of Kung Fu, Shun Wu Tang. I'm ready to fight.
Hi Keshree.
Hi, God. How are you?
I'm fine, and you? Good, thank you. I'm very excited. What are we starting with?
We'll start with this application. We use it as a warm-up. Are you ready to start? Absolutely, I'm ready for anything. Standing with both heels in the same line, waist turned towards your left, and your hands up in a guard position. Someone's trying to strike you, you always need to have your hands up in a guard position. Your first impulse is to grab. Your backhand will strike to the temple, and you lead up with a back fist. So you're going 1, hit, hit.
So we're always on guard. Always on guard.
Front kick to the person, back up into guard.
Keshree, where did this all begin for you? I first took an interest when I met my husband. He was training for his national championships. I took an interest in it, in the sport. And I started since then. I've been training for the past 12 years.
Now, if you had the opportunity to start earlier in life, would you do it?
Most definitely. I envy the guys that start at a younger age, the kids that start at 4. My kid she's 5 now. She started when she was 4 years old. When they grow up to be adults, they'll be super fit.
Now, you mentioned you have kids. How do you balance your life?
I juggle work, family life, and training. I make it a big part of our life. It's part of our schedule, so you just manage it like that.
So I know you have lots lined up for us today. What's next?
Well, let's get you warmed up. We can start with what we call a pyramid warm-up. We normally warm up from 1 to 10 and all the way down.
I'm a beginner at this, so let's try 1 to 5. And I'm going to tie up my hair.
The warm-up session targets fitness, strength and suppleness.
Okay, I think I need a break. Keshree, fitness is obviously a very big part of your training.
You have to be physically fit in order to pursue any sort of sport or go through a class like this, but you don't always start off like this. When I started, I couldn't do anything.
Now, eating must play an important role in your training. You have to lead a healthy lifestyle. Tell me more about yours.
We try to be very healthy with our eating. We try to cut out anything unhealthy. We try to eat brown sugar and brown bread. And when you're training during the week, you have to feed yourself the right things in order for your body to repair. We do have the odd cheat days where we binge on chocolates and the odd bunnies, I won't lie.
Fantastic. I think I'm warmed up and ready for our next class.
Perfect, let's get started.
Keshree, in today's society, women have to be aware of themselves and particularly their surroundings. If something had to happen to us, how can I defend myself?
I can show you a few moves now.
I'm ready.
Okay, someone's gonna attack you, you're attacking me. What not to do firstly is, do not hold onto your attacker's hand. Do not try and pull a hand away or fall into it. All you're doing is choking yourself.
That's a natural reflex to try and get someone's arm off.
It is. So first, what we do is submit. Submit yourself to him, look at the ground, and he thinks you're giving up. So your first move is to turn into him. You're gonna turn away, strike to the face. Okay. Move number 2, you would come in, grab a hold of his hand, strike to the face. 3, put your leg behind, and continue with the motion, and he will fall to the ground. Okay. You've got his grip. You can stomp to the head, pull your hand in as close to his body as possible, break the arm over your knee, stomp to the head to finish him off, and that should be fine.
Okay, that looks simple, but can't someone like me do this on anyone of any size?
You can. You use the person's body to your advantage, and as long as you've practiced your technique, you should be able to do it on anyone that attacks you. This is my husband, Shifu Cody, and my instructor, my mentor.
Is this your husband?
Hello, Cody.
How you doing?
Lovely to meet you. I'm a little afraid of you right now.
Alright, let's give it a bash.
Okay, technique. And I'm going to submit. Hit, hit, hit. Leg.
stomp, try and break his hand, and finish him off. Cody, how did I do?
That was excellent.
Was I good?
You did very well with that technique.
I'm glad I could do that on someone like you. Now, you are Keshree's inspiration. Where did it all begin for you?
I was doing a national title defense for the South African National Koshu Championships. So I invited her to come to the competition, and she said, no, I don't want to see this violent behavior and fighting and things like that. But she came anyway. And I think while she was there, she saw and she enjoyed it. She came to try out a class. Now she's a third-degree black belt.
Let's try something different, perhaps with some equipment.
Let's try some of the traditional weapons. What do you think?
I'm ready. Absolutely.
Let's do it.
As you think, so shall you become. Mind and mental focus is just as important as the physical aspect in a combat sport or martial art. It's an important part of your development. Well, that looks intense.
It is.
I think that's a little too advanced for me and requires many years of training.
It does. You don't just get a weapon the first day you come to class. You have to earn your weapon. You earn your stripes. And you have to be able to wield that weapon and be able to use it to defend yourself, use it in applications. Once you go further from that, then you get bladed weapons and you go on from there.
Beside the physical aspect of the sport, does it require you to have a lot of focus and mind strength?
Most definitely you have to. Besides the physical aspect, you're going to have to focus your mind. It takes a lot of energy, a lot of strength, a lot of mental fitness.
What do you think of women in combat and in the martial arts?
Women need to know how to defend themselves in this day and age. They have, besides self-defense, they have to be physically fit. I would think they have to train constantly. You can't just stay by the wayside and let men do it these days. You have to work at it.
You are a third-degree black belt. Now that's a huge achievement. Where to from here?
I have to learn and progress much more, delve deeper into Kung Fu. I've been overseas to meet our Grandmaster twice. You go over there and you learn to live with them and learn their culture. It's not just the physical aspects, it's a whole lot more. It just opens up the gates to that.
Well, Keshree, you are truly an inspiration to many people and particularly women out there. We'd like to wish you everything of the best in your future endeavors, and I think you can teach me a few moves with this long staff.
Okay, so I'm going to strike, you have to block. So if I come up to strike, you would come up and you flex. I'm going to hit down to your leg. You would turn the stick down and block, hit, block. We reverse the stick. I'm going to come up to strike to your head. You would reverse. Yes, there you go.
Okay. Bruce Lee said, "I fear not the man who's practiced 10,000 kicks once, but the man who's practiced one kick 10,000 times." Persistence and commitment is the key to becoming a master of your craft, art, or sport. And Keshree is certainly a fine example of a woman that's pushing boundaries.